What's going on, everyone? I'm Phil Canarelli, and I'm here at the very first The Wallcast at the Fourth Wall in the Hartford Shopping Center. Like I said, my name is Phil. I'm with Matt and Frank, the guys that run the place right now. Frank, tell us about this place.
So what we are is we're a collectible store with comics, novelties. We have the largest selection of Funko Pops. We have the largest selection of action figures, collectible comics. The store is a very large store when it comes down to comic books and stuff like that. We just opened this past May. We opened on May the 4th.
Well, that works.
So this May will actually be our 1-year anniversary. It's been interesting. It's been an interesting run, starting and getting this far. So we're hoping that we're here for a very long time. And there's new stuff coming in every day, every week, every month.
Every minute, every second.
We do subscriptions, we have autographs, memorabilia, pretty much anything relating to pop culture or anything relating to movies, anything that any nerd or anybody will love.
So it's for geeks.
Yes.
Okay.
It is for geeks, but you know what? We have a lot of customers that are just getting into it. They'll see like the new Black Panther movie, or they'll see Avengers Infinity War, and they'll come in and be like, oh, what do you have Black Panther? Because they love the movie so much, now they want to read the comics and get the history behind it.
And then they'll say, wow, this is nothing like the movie.
Yeah, as a nerd myself, we've talked in length in the past about this. I'm these posers. But yeah, so are you enjoying it?
Yeah, I mean, it's the first business that I've actually opened and ran, so it's very interesting to me. It's something that I've always wanted to do, is own my own business. So it's definitely been a very long trek, but I'm ready for the long haul.
Okay, well, I want to hear more negative stuff. So what is something that is driving you crazy about it so far?
Comics.
Really?
Yes.
Anything in particular with comics, or just comics in general?
So not everybody realizes, but our comic orders are placed virtually 2 months in advance.
Mm-hmm.
So like the people that have our subscriptions that want to add new books, we have to literally track down each book. And that's one of my mottos here, is that if we don't have it, we can get it. So it kind of adds to the orders and everything like that, but we're always happy to find whatever you're looking for. But comics especially, because there's so many, or especially like with Marvel with this new Legacy run, it's 10 different issues of stuff that we may have never ordered before and nobody's asking for, but if you like Legacy, you have to buy it to continue the story.
Yeah.
It's not like something like DC, who's just doing, for the most part, they do some tie-ins like with Doomsday Clock or Metal or anything like that. Those books have been huge for us, and something we can barely even keep in stock.
Oh, I know.
Just DC as a whole, like in our catalog, we can actually see like our top 10 sellers and stuff like that. And just looking at it, it's like the first 8 of them are DC books. Like it's just crazy. Like DC prints money right now, and Marvel's good, but I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Well, while you're talking, let's go over to you, Matt. You work for your brother.
Yes, I do.
I'm assuming you love it, right?
Oh, I absolutely love it, Phil. I can't get enough of it, honestly.
So, do you want to work in comics, in this kind of comic book store type of stuff?
Yeah, honestly, like, I've never really worked, like, I've worked customer service and stuff like that, but I've never really worked a retail position.
Sure.
And, like, retail is kind of, like, stressful, but I actually, like, one of my favorite things to do here is, like, interacting with customers and, like, talking to people, stuff like that, because, I mean, pretty much everyone here is in here for the same reason I am. All love this stuff, like love all the characters, all the movies, TV shows, stuff like that. So
well, I mean, I've worked retail for over 10 years for various stores and stuff like that, and I've managed and I've run stores, stuff like that, and it's very different to me. It's not run-of-the-mill retail here. It's actually doing something that I thoroughly enjoy. And with every customer, I get to share that experience, the collecting experience, the getting the issues together, building your set, or just collecting in general, which is something that's always been a passion of mine that I've passed on to Matt, or that we've always kind of had a soft spot for. And it's fun to see people doing the same thing that we were doing, and coming in and asking us for the specific collectibles that we've collected ourselves, or we have in the back room because we're collecting.
All right. How much stuff is in the back then?
A lot.
I was gonna say a little too much at this point.
The store itself, the entire space is 3,500 square feet. and we have about 500. We have about a 500 square foot back room. So 3,000 of it is dedicated to just the store. And within that 500 square feet, there's probably 499 square feet that's full of stuff that we are either back stock or collecting or something like that. Because that's how the store was started, was my collection. So I brought my collection here, my personal stuff. My house looked like it should be on Hoarders.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it was on an episode of Hoarders, to be honest.
So when I got to a point where, like, you would walk into my house, it'd be like an avalanche of boxes. So I decided, I was doing trade shows, and I was doing cons, and I was traveling and doing that, and I just got kind of tired of traveling, but I still wanted to do it. So it took me a while, probably about a year, to find the space. Once I found the space, I moved all my collections, so everything in here is, mix now of stuff that we've been ordering, or new stuff that's coming in, but it's also a lot of my older stuff that I've collected for years that not a lot of people realize, even like the autographs and stuff. Or, I've collected autographs, memorabilia, stuff like that, as long as I can remember.
All right. Why do you like this stuff? You're talking a lot. Let's go to Matt. Matt, you like this stuff, obviously, and you just mentioned that you like
I hate this stuff.
I'm sure you do. You only do it for a living. But Matt, you said that you referenced that you like DC more right now.
Well, yeah.
Has that always been the case? Like,
No.
what stuff did you like while growing up?
Growing up,
Hentai.
Huh? Yeah, hentai, mostly.
Does anyone not like?
My favorite were the tentacles. But no, growing up, I was mainly Marvel, and like I didn't really read that many like actual like Marvel DC issues. I mainly read like Dark Horse. Like I used to read the Dark Horse, the Star Wars runs, and the Aliens and Predators and stuff like that. Like Aliens is one of my favorite franchises. So anything Aliens,
Sigourney Weaver, man, I totally understand.
Absolutely, she's an icon. But
the hottest male actor ever.
Well, we talked about this in the past. Alien's one of my favorite movies purely because there's literally no love story.
Exactly.
And that's why that movie did so well. There's no love story.
Everybody that knows me knows that I love a good love story.
The Notebook was your favorite movie, right?
Oh yeah, yep.
The part where you bombed the movie.
I just think like with even the new Marvel movies and everything, they don't require a love story.
Black Panther did a good job of it. Like,
Yes.
there's a love story. There's 2 love stories in Black Panther. Technically 3, I would say.
There was.
Yeah, because there was Okoye, and I can never remember.
Spoiler alert.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, no, this isn't spoilers. I mean,
Well, if you haven't seen it yet.
I guess.
So.
Okoye and her husband's name, which I can't remember his
the guy
name.
who rode the rhino.
Yeah, I can't remember his name. The tribe leader. Then there was obviously T'Challa and Nakia.
Yeah.
And then I would even say that there was T'Challa and Killmonger. Not like in the traditional sense of a love story, but in the fact that they were kind of like T'Challa wanted to save Killmonger.
Yeah.
That's what he was going for the entire time, even to the end. He wanted to save him.
But I don't think at the end of the movie T'Challa and him are going to be holding hands.
Well, no, but that's why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying it's not a traditional love
They
story.
were in the sunset. All that.
Well, yeah, I mean,
That'd
have been great.
If you're interested in Black Panther and you watch the movie and you liked or disliked it, at the bottom of the comments, go ahead and tell us what you thought about it.
Yeah, I mean, everything that we're talking about, if you comment or you ask us questions, we'll answer on the next podcast, or we'll answer in the comments. I mean, we're definitely very knowledgeable in this stuff. It's what we do for a living. So, I mean,
all right, don't break your wrist.
I do really enjoy that when people come in and they're like, "What did you think about the Avengers Infinity? Are you excited for it, or did you see it, or anything like that?" I really do thoroughly enjoy talking about it, and actually proving them wrong. And for instance, like people who loved Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
I hate you. I truly hate
it.
you.
It wasn't as good as the first one, and a lot of stuff seemed very forced.
How many sequels are as good as the first one? Number 1.
Iron Man 2.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sorry.
Blade 2?
Blade 2 is
Blade 2 is
better
one of
than
the
Blade.
best movies of all. I'm
just kidding about Iron Man 2. It was terrible, by the way.
Yeah.
Not as bad as Iron Man 3, though.
No.
I have a
Donald
soft
Trump
spot
should be
for
against
Blade.
Iron Man
so.
3.
Well, everyone gives crap to Blade. He really started comic books.
Well,
I'm sorry. He started with.
He's saying
the
Blade,
original
like the movies.
Oh,
yeah.
They really started it, and then that's when Spider-Man.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
let's do this. Let's give it a go. And then MCU was like, well, they're making way too much money. Let's start doing her own
And then
thing.
Wesley Snipes evaded his taxes.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
And there was a whole thing that how he was supposed to play Black Panther at one point.
Yeah.
And so we would have seen like a vampire Black Panther. That's pretty badass. Actually, now that I think about it.
Vampire Black Panther.
All those people talking about how they want to see Batman versus Black Panther. That's the closest you're gonna see it.
Yeah. No, I think they should make a live-action Batman versus Dracula movie. The animated one was really good.
I actually like that storyline. I just think that it was like obviously these was animated and it was on.
Well, it was a children's show.
Yeah, but if they were to live action that with make it darker, like where the DC universe is now, I think that
pretty
could be very cool.
I don't know. I feel like they're DC's way too all over the place right now as far as their cinematic universe goes.
But the thing of it is that
down.
as opposed to Marvel, where Marvel just kind of just shotgun blasts it everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, even if you're not a Marvel fan or you don't like Marvel, or you've never seen Marvel, it's entertaining to go and watch the movies.
Yeah.
DC isn't like that because you more or less have to already kind of know storylines.
You need to know
who the
characters,
and
yeah,
stuff
exactly.
Like that. Yeah. Like, if they just threw Martian Manhunter into a movie, yes, every nerd would be...
I would lose
like,
my
Exactly,
mind.
we would lose our minds.
But
Absolutely.
the incredible masses that go and watch these movies would be like, who's the green guy?
Exactly. Oh, that's what's part of the problem I'm having with everyone loving Black Panther right now. I'm like, you're not a fan of him. You just want to go watch the movie.
Yeah, but you know what? Even though like that is the case with Black Panther, still
a
thought
great-
the movie was great.
The movie was fantastic,
Yeah.
yeah. But like when people are talking to me and they're like, "Oh, I'm so excited! These are my favorite superheroes, the best superhero." I'm like, "Really? What issue did he first appear in?
Yeah.
Who created him? Yeah, that Wikipedia page you skimmed through isn't that informative, do you?"
That Wikipedia page.
All right. So with that said, I guess I'm just biased because I've always liked this stuff, and I'm assuming both you two as well. Like, what were the things when you were kids that really made you like lean towards like
Storm.
geeky stuff? Storm? Is that a crush on Storm? Well, apparently so is T'Challa because they get married in the comics, but that's not part of the movie.
I ship it.
For me, it was the earliest memory I can have of that stuff, I would say, is probably... I mean, like, I remember watching the Incredible Hulk TV show, like, the reruns of it constantly.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I was thinking...
But then what really launched me into it was the X-Men animated.
I'm
yeah.
100% on the same thing.
Yeah.
Nothing against like Spidey or Batman because those were phenomenal in their own right. There was something about the X-Men that really resonated with me over the other two.
It was, to me, it was just the different character. Like with Spider-Man, it's just always Spider-Man and like a villain. And the villains were cool. Like I loved in the animated Morbius and Kraven and the Lizard. Those are
Morbius,
amazing.
who somehow still has not appeared in
Right?
the 17,000 Spider-Man movies that have been made.
Well, that's because they have to keep repeating it from the same exact point.
Yeah.
Hey, at least we didn't have to see Uncle Ben die again. But, I mean...
Too soon, man.
Honestly, like, I think for me it was like...
I'd rather just see a new Spider-Man movie with just Marissa Tomei. Just
I mean, I'm not
Oof.
disagreeing with that.
Just the movie's called Aunt May. I'd go watch that movie.
Well, that's gonna be Phase 4. It's gonna
Yeah.
be the Aunt May.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like Gwenpool, where they're gonna make her Spider-Woman, and they're gonna make her Spider everything.
Yeah.
Well,
All right. What about you, Matt?
honestly, like, I remember ever since I was younger, like, when I started watching Dragon Ball Z, like, I always wanted the Dragon Balls. Like, that was the thing I wanted. So, like, to me, I think that's kind of what, like, started it for me collecting, was, like, I just wanted those Dragon Balls so badly. I'm still looking for, like, an actual full-scale, like, Dragon Ball set, because they don't exist.
Side note, people. In front of the fourth wall right now, there's this lady just pretty much staring at us, holding a salad, talking to someone.
Yeah.
Hi.
As one does.
Yeah, we're just doing a podcast here. It's cool. But yeah, Dragon Ball was definitely on my love list as well.
Well, to me, it was stages of collecting. Like, the X-Men animated and the Spider-Man animated and Batman animated all got me into comics and that stuff. But then I'm also, like Matthew, a huge collector of anime and manga and stuff like that. Like Full Metal Alchemist, Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, even
we could have
GT.
an episode just talking about
Even
anime.
GT.
Even GT.
Now you're losing me.
Yeah, we can move on to the next subject now. I'm gonna be honest. Like this, it's popular, but no one really talks about it anymore. It's one of my all-time favorite shows was Gargoyles.
Oh yeah,
Gargoyles was awesome. I love Gargoyles. And the concept was really weird.
Keith David is the man.
Yeah, absolutely. That was probably one of the first things I remember. I remember having, before I had an actual game system,
Yeah.
I had one of those little crappy, like, $1.99 games things you can find at Toys R
That had
Us.
water in it that you pressed it and it pushed
Yeah,
the ball.
and
up.
Oh my god.
Exactly. I had one of
my
those,
God.
and like, this is amazing. This must be what a video game's like. And I remember, for my.
I mean, did you grow up in the third world?
Yeah,
Were you
pretty
Amish?
much. I didn't have a video.
Back on the farm.
It wasn't until I was like maybe 12 or 13 I actually got a real video game.
Yeah.
I was really behind. My parents wouldn't give me anything. And I remember them getting me a Game Boy Pocket, and I got the Donkey Kong, Nintendo Donkey Kong, and that Donkey Kong's my favorite Nintendo character, and it hasn't changed since. So that's how I got into it with gaming, and then the X-Men. I got hooked on X-Men. Gambit. Oh my god, I wanted to be Gambit while I was a kid.
See,
I used to throw cards at my dad. It was great.
I'm a fan of Gambit, but if I had to say like my favorite X-Men, Gambit's not one of them.
Nightcrawler.
I mean, I know it's cliche and everything, but Wolverine. I mean,
Yeah.
Wolverine in the animated TV
Yeah.
show, just how he was
I
literally
don't think
like,
it's
fuck
cliche
everyone.
just because he's literally such a good character. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
he's just really well written. Like, it's not a bad thing to like a well written character.
want to go.
I'm the best at what it is.
when
That's
it comes to Marvel, Spider-Man and Wolverine are like their two like head runners. Like, if it wasn't for them, I don't think they'd be as popular
Well,
as they were.
you know, I've always been a fan of Black Panther.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
if
me
I
too.
if I could choose to be a superhero, it would be Black Panther. He has the most money. He has he's got his powers just change every so often.
Yeah.
Like sometimes he's just got enhanced abilities, sometimes he's got super strength. His suit augments all that and makes him just like he's unbeatable. Like he's beaten the Avengers before. Like he's amazing.
There was a movie dedicated to him beating the Avengers.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying there's a movie dedicated to Black Panther. I was gonna say
There is a movie dedicated to Black
Really?
Panther. It just came out.
Whoa.
It's just interesting, like, when we were kids, like, what we loved, and it slowly evolved into something so huge. Like, when we were kids, like, would you ever imagine it'd be where it is right now?
Well, no, but I mean, think about it just in the fact that, like, I remember elementary school, I used to love playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And I used to literally be looked at like an outcast for liking Yu-Gi-Oh! And liking comics and stuff like that.
Oh, I
And
remember
now,
being made fun of constantly.
yeah, and
Yeah,
now
me
it's
too.
just like everybody, literally everybody. Like, I feel like no matter where I go, there's someone with something superhero related on their body or talking about it or something like that. And I mean, in a way, the movies, like, that's all we have to thank for is the movies, because
Yeah.
Well, really, what you have to thank for
Gotta
is
thank
the
Blade.
first Spider. Well, Blade too, but before
But
the
Spider-Man,
first,
yeah.
before the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, everybody constantly gives them shit.
yes,
But without those movies, there might not be a Marvel today.
Yeah. DC would have bought him out or something.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Disney won it, so.
And even
Oh,
people,
yeah.
even people give Stan Lee shit. And I mean, without Stan Lee, there wouldn't be a Marvel. Yes, whatever, you know,
I mean-
all the shady dealings and stuff like that that came with big business and everything. But you know what? It's only him that we have to thank for this existing today. Like the people who went and watched Black Panther and be like, oh, who's this random dude in Black Panther? And it's like, well, how do you not know who Stan Lee is?
well, those are the same people that, like, when Kanye West and Paul McCartney made a song together, all the people were saying that it was so nice of Kanye to, like, make this old man famous talking about Paul McCartney, not having any idea who Paul McCartney is.
That is a bit of a sad state of our society. In
And-
general.
Yeah, it's just a cultural thing.
Yeah.
But
like-
that's the good thing about the movies is that we do have a lot of people that come in and are like, you know,
Yeah.
I want to learn Black Panther's origin. I want to know how the Infinity Gauntlet came to be, or I want to know what Thanos was before the movie,
the Mad Titan.
before he was a purple Mr. Clean.
Before he was a ripoff of Darkseid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, didn't they announce what his name is? Isn't it like Damon or Draymond or something?
Ooh.
Like
Oh,
Thanos'
for like
name?
Thanos' actual name.
Thanos' actual name. They announced it, and people are like up in an uproar.
The grape Kool-Aid man.
Yeah.
The grape Kool-Aid man.
Oh, it's the grape drink, man. Excuse yourself.
Purple drink.
Um,
No, he's lean man.
The purple Shasta man.
So, we're here at the fourth wall. I know you guys are selling a lot of collectibles, comic books, pops, etc. What else? What other stuff do you guys got going on here?
Nothing. We carry nothing. So.
I know today's Sunday.
No, I mean, like, we have our Smash tournaments that we're doing every Friday.
Card
We're
tournament
gonna we're gonna be having our card tournaments every is it every Sunday or is it the first Sunday and last Sunday of the month, I thought?
or every Sunday. It doesn't matter.
We're just pretty
It
much
doesn't
winging
matter.
it.
All right.
But like with the Smash tournaments, like we want to try to do other stuff. Like if it gets popular,
Like for me, that's why I decided to go big or go home.
Yeah.
You know, when I was looking at spaces, yeah, I could have opened up in a small, dusty old store. But I chose to open up in a larger store because I knew that we would grow into it. And just in the, little time that we've been open, the store has doubled in size. When people first came in here, half the store was kind of partitioned off from the rest of it.
Mm-hmm.
And now we've fully grown into the store. And I mean, eventually we'll have more stores, or we'll have, maybe event centers, stuff like that, because the area is lacking in it.
Yeah. I mean, not to like toot our own horns, but I mean, I think since we have opened, the store has never looked worse. The store constantly has always improved and looked better.
Yeah.
No, with like, definitely. I mean, just
change.
yeah, okay. But just like
And that's
everything,
their dad. Do you want to have a shout out to Mr. Albertine over here?
No, thank you. The store's great.
Yeah. So I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I know that we're ever growing and adding constantly new stuff, and it's not. That's the nice thing about this type of business, is that there's always something more. There's always something else to get. There's always something coming out. There's never really much downtime in this business where like most companies and most stores, they either go by seasons or they go by the following years. They'll order stuff for a set year, and then they'll order stuff for the following year. Or they'll order stuff for Halloween, and then Valentine's Day, and then Easter, and seasonal. But really, this business, it's every week. Every week we have new product, and we have something new that is interesting, and I mean, ashy slashy puppets. I mean, it's literally just it's virtually anything and everything that's related.
Game of Thrones foam swords.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I mean, you're never at a loss for newer product or newer stuff coming in, because every time you come in the store is going to look different to you. There's going to be newer product.
Yeah.
All right. How about this? You said there's.
I have an answer.
Everything.
I have an answer for everything, Phil.
Okay. Well,
I am never speechless.
Well, okay. Oh, trust me, I know. How about this? What's a product in here that you never want to see again in your store? That you just hate that it's a thing and you just want it to be gone?
Archie McPhee, air fresheners, without a doubt.
The thing of it is that every store has that one product that just sits forever. But eventually people come in and buy it because there's something for everyone.
Yeah.
And that's the culture that we're trying to build here, is that there's literally something. If you come in my store and Matthew or I are here, or whoever's working is here, you will find something. There's something for everyone. So that's why we carry such a broadened horizon of stuff.
I mean, really and truly, the biggest thing that we have to thank for that, though, is probably Funko. As much as I absolutely hate to say that.
I mean,
but
I know a lot of people view them as just the run-of-the-mill Beanie Baby-like things, but Funko has really cornered the market.
Yeah.
Changed it because not only their price point, but the collectability of them. Like, I don't think I know any person who does not have at least one pop.
Even the people that hate them, that have come in the store and told me how much they detest pops, they still at least own one. They still have one. Like, they'll say, oh, I hate them, but I still had to get this Mr. Freeze from the animated series because I love the animated series, or something like that.
I'm sorry, because of you guys, I started collecting them myself.
Yeah, you have your Nightwing.
I have as many Nightwings as I can get. I may buy the rest of them off. For those who don't know, I am probably the 78th biggest Nightwing fan in the world. I'm giving at least
78th.
I'm giving
direct
77
number.
People that may know every single issue to heart. So I'm giving those people the benefit of the doubt. But I'm a huge fan of that. So how about this, folks? If you are listening and you have any thoughts or stuff you guys want us to talk about, comment below. Tell us what you think. Don't know where you're going to be commenting yet because we haven't decided where we're going to post this yet. I think it's going to be YouTube.
YouTube, Facebook.
But what kind of items do you
RedTube.
love when you come to this kind of store? Do you love to see? But then you see that one item or genre of things like, ugh, I don't want to see this crap anymore. Tell us what you think. So with that said, let's move on to some new topics. Matt,
Phil.
you and me have a competition.
Oh, yes, we do.
Up. You and me have a little rematch that we're doing later today.
Yes, Phil's upset because I beat him in Melee because he's
Melee.
worse. He's a worse player than I am.
And I beat you in Smash 4. So
you did.
That's we're gonna have to go back and do it all.
Yes, but what game is better?
Injustice 2.
Smash 4.
I hate the both of you.
But
Fighters is the answer, by the way.
I haven't played it yet. The new Dragon Ball Z Fighters. I haven't played.
I mean,
it.
I'll play anything with Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, and you're please.
Like I can remember, I can literally remember ordering when I was like 10 years old. They had like, I remember the PlayStation. It was either PlayStation, I think it was PlayStation, that had like some weird Japanese game that I ordered from Japan.
That narrows it down as far as Dragon
No,
Ball Z
I
goes.
can never remember what it was called, but it was like the first free roam game, and I can remember the horrible pixelation of like like you were playing the Cell game saga and flying Gohan around to find Cell. Like it was really cool. And after that, like I was just hooked on anything Dragon Ball Z.
I mean, like I remember playing like the first Budokai was incredible.
Yeah.
Then Budokai 3 came along and blew that out of the water. But I still think my favorite is probably like Budokai Tenkaichi 3, just because the cast is crazy. That's the thing I never understood about like current Dragon Ball Z games is why they limit themselves so much. There's so many awesome characters in Dragon Ball Z that just don't get any mention or anything.
That's with everything. I mean, think about when you talk about comics, like characters who haven't made it to the movies yet. There's been 80 iterations of the Spider-Man movies.
That I can
And they pick the same villains over and over again.
Vulture was new.
Oh yeah,
Electro was new.
Michael Keaton was amazing in that movie.
But
Homecoming in itself was very less amazing.
Let's turn around here quick and just look at some random heroes here. Of course,
A new
we
Thundercats?
moved everything around. We're right next to all the Funko Pops, and if we're looking at
Which is the largest collection.
yeah, yeah. But if you look over here, I'm looking at some of the Batman villains. Like, there's so many villains that we haven't even touched yet.
Clayface hasn't made an appearance.
Clayface, the Riddler. Oh,
So you got Tommy
did
Lee
do the
Jones
Riddler.
as Two-Face.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
stop.
There's so many villains.
To me,
we
Joker
haven't
still
touched.
hasn't made an appearance. A new modern appearance.
Yeah, there's so many villains.
I don't count Jared
that
Leto.
we all love that haven't even been touched yet. Like they did Killer Croc, which I think didn't really do much justice. Deadshot. I think Will Smith.
Well,
No,
you know,
Will Smith
I was
did a good
actually,
job.
I was actually talking about this the other day. He did a great job as Deadshot, but I think I would have rather seen him as Flag.
But who else would you have seen as Deadshot?
I don't know, but I mean, I just would have rather. Yeah, I mean, I would have rather see him.
Don't get me wrong. I think he plays Lawton great.
So do I, but I always wanted, like, after seeing Will Smith in Hancock, like, I wanted to see him as, like, somebody super powered.
Yeah, I
You know
thought
what I mean?
Hancock was an amazing movie.
Punisher. That he
Thomas
would've
Jane?
Made,
Oh.
he would have made it good.
Yeah, for a Flag, yeah.
Yeah, he would have made it
Well,
good.
Thomas
Flag.
Jane's just been blacklisted for some
Yeah.
reason from
Yeah.
superhero films.
Just stupid.
Which is stupid.
Yeah, he should have been in Punisher 2, and he should have been in.
Punisher
he should
2,
made
Warzone. That movie, that horrible movie that they put out.
He should have made an appearance in the series at least. I think. I hate that Marvel. DC doesn't even really do it. Like Marvel kind of did it, like with Hulk.
Yeah.
Like how Lou Ferrigno's the pizza delivery guy.
Well,
like,
Lou Ferrigno also did the voices too for the Hulk.
I would love to see more people in it. Like, do you guys have anyone else you'd think?
I'd
you'd
like
wanna-
to see some people come back.
yeah. Like I mean,
Wesley Snipes, Thomas Jane.
the fact
Tobey
that
Maguire.
Linda stop right there.
Yeah, we're actually gonna stop all that. We actually are gonna end it here. But folks that are listening, if you guys have any ideas, you want to see some old heroes come back and make cameo stuff, let us know in the comments below. But we're over around the table, Matt. Social media stuff. Where can people find you at? Besides, obviously, come visit you at the store.
Well, yeah, the store, Facebook. I mean, it's literally just
We
my
also
name.
have we also have a website. It's thefourthwallnh.com. It's at the Fourth Wall, New Hartford for Facebook. We also have an Instagram. We're not sure where we're going to post this, but definitely YouTube. So keep a lookout for that. You can also just email us. It's thefourthwallnh@gmail.com. If you have any questions or you're looking for that specific item, we also buy collections. We do trades. So you could bring in, that thing that's sitting in your house that you've been wanting to get rid of, and you want to maybe get something new, or you just want to get something out of your house and make some room. You could always bring it in. We'll take a look at it. We also do appraisals as well. So if you have that super rare collectible item, you're not sure what it's worth, or you don't know where to sell it, or something like that, we're more than happy to help you.
All right, can you breathe now?
Jesus.
Yeah, my Facebook it's literally Matt Albertine. Yeah, I don't care. That's me. I don't give a shit.
Well, that's it.
I mean, you
And
want
then-
to shut out your Tinder too?
Yeah,
yeah,
sure.
yeah, do it,
Yeah,
man. Go for
we
it.
all have Tinders.
Yep.
We all have plenty of fish.
My
And they
Twitch,
don't work.
come watch me on Twitch. Just play video games, I guess, if you want to.
Yeah.
Tesla's Only Pigeon.
Castle Only Pigeon.
Tesla's Only Pigeon.
Oh, that's a great name.
Also,
Wow.
the one thing that we forgot was the oldest thing in the book. We also have a phone here.
Oh!
Like most
Wait a
locations.
second.
It's
You can reach us by carrier pigeon.
Yep. Send a raven.
Send a raven.
It's 315-922-7770. There's definitely the oldest thing in the book to respond to us.
Yeah.
You could also
I was
Facebook
just-
message us. I mean,
I mean, we got the oldest thing in the book, which is our email. You can mail us at 41 New Hartford Shopping Center.
Or just stop in. All
Yeah.
right. So I hope you guys enjoyed the first ever fourth wall, the Wallcast.
nice, Phil.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Already messed it up.
Whatever.
Yep.
I don't care. I'm not getting paid for this. So
None of us are.
Yeah. I hope you enjoyed this. If you liked us, come check us at the Forest Wall. You can find me, Phil Canarelli, on Twitter at the Phil of Course hashtag, or you can just find me on Facebook like everybody else does. But thank you for listening, and we'll see you hopefully next week. Boo.